Oh, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. It's vlog time. Woo, woo, woo. Let's do it. Day 6. Have I got a doozy for y'all? I had a breakdown. A proper breakdown. It's been 6 days into the year, and we done's it. We has done's it. Okay, so first mini breakdown. I didn't go to the gym today. No siree, your girl got her first day of her womanlies, and you know what? I didn't go to the gym because of that. And I'm kind of sitting here thinking, probably could have gone, but I didn't. And I didn't feel good about myself for doing that. I actually put my headphones on charge because they needed to charge. They were low on battery, otherwise I wouldn't be able to listen to the podcast. And then in the meantime, I'd started reading the book, and I thought after it charges, I'll go to the gym and do my cardio and weights and things like that. And then in that time, I got a phone call, which then caused a major breakdown. And then because of that phone call, I then was in a pretty terrible mental space and didn't go to the gym. And what's rule number 1? We always go to the gym, because this is what happens. This is what happens when Dasha doesn't go to the gym. So when all you people are like, oh my God, like, why do you go to the gym so much? I'm going to tell you why. I'm about to explain to you why Dasha goes to the gym so much. Okay, so number 1, she didn't go to the gym. She listened to a podcast. I did journal though. And I did read a little bit more of my book. I'm now almost 70% through. I had some pretty cool things in there. Really interesting thing is that I learned what a secure, healthy relationship looks like. And to my bewilderment, it's apparently 50% of you people are out there are secure. I know I said this in my last video, but 50% of you people are secure. 50% of you people seem to know how to respond adequately. This just blows my mind, because when I feel like something's a little, because I'm anxious avoidant, I get the best of both worlds. I'm super sensitive to people's moods in general. So I get pretty like obsessed about that, but then I also don't like too much space. I mean, I want more space. I don't want there to be too much closeness, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, point is, I've never met anyone that knows how to deal with negative emotions adequately, or make me feel like safe or supported or protected or admired or any of those things ever. So apparently y'all are out there, and there's 50% of you, which is very interesting. So it was very cool to see the unicorn relationship, which apparently isn't a unicorn. And I'm really sorry, I'm in a terrible mood at the moment because of the breakdown today, which I'll get to in a second. So as I'm reading this book, I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I'm still in a good mood at this point, by the way. The cardio hadn't really affected me. The no gym hadn't really affected me. I was like, that's all right. Like, I was a bit sad about the fires, but it's all right. All good. I'm really happy about what I'm learning. Like, I'm learning about communication, effective communication. This is so important, and you should always use effective communication, because then you'll see whether someone is on the same attachment style as you, if someone is on the same page as you. They'll either reciprocate or that they won't, and either way you'll get your clear answer. So great. I'm going to start using this. I'm going to start using effective communication. I get a phone call from the person that I'm trying to work all this stuff out with, right? My person. Let's call him person A. And the conversation generally started off pretty good, and it started off really well. It started off with, the fact that, I've made quite a few different changes, and that they feel, he feels really good about himself around me. Like, there's no issues, like he's almost feeling understood, and that his needs are going to be met, all this kind of stuff now, because we had a whole issue that his emotional needs aren't being met because he's anxious and I'm avoidant, and anyway, basically it just isn't working. And so over the past week or so, he's kind of been like, it's been so much better, and even I kind of had a few complaints about him that kind of washed away and all this kind of stuff, which was really nice. It's great. And then we got onto a topic where I thought I would try out, not try out the effective communication, because I hadn't really gotten to that part yet, but I just thought I would voice an idea that I had. And I'm usually quite wary about voicing any ideas to people in general, because I don't even know why I'm about to start crying, but I feel like I want to cry and I don't know why. Anyway, moving on. By the way, people, this is not what you do. When you feel the feeling, you feel it, don't you? And just let it go. But I can't seem to do that right this second. And that's something I need to work on. Being able to just cry when it happens, when I feel it. Anyway, so I generally don't share ideas with people until I am 100% dead set certain about those ideas. And I've thought all the things about it. I've got rid of all my insecurities about the idea and everything like that. Like, it goes through a whole process, and it could take months, years, or days, or hours, or whatever, depending on what I need to go through with that idea, before I tell somebody, and that I decided to just do. I just had this idea in my head today, and I was like, I'll just bring it up. Even though I came up with the idea today, I'm sure we could talk about this and get through it. Anyway, needless to say, it didn't go how I planned. I ended up feeling really misunderstood, completely not supported. And I basically started the conversation saying I just want a bit of reassurance, because I'm really nervous about a couple of things. Expecting, I guess, that I would get met with reassurance, and that did not happen. And that's my anxious side. That's the anxious coming out, that you generally do need a lot of reassurance. But because I'm anxious avoidant, it kind of comes off really weird. Like, I want your reassurance, but I want it from a distance, and it's just very confusing. Anyway, so the point is, I ended up feeling not the way I wanted to. It was the complete opposite. And then we started getting into some weird conversation about something that I couldn't even tell you now. I don't even remember really the conversation. The only thing that I could remember is I felt progressively worse and worse and worse and worse towards the end of it. And I was like, I can't bring this back to love and connection. I just cannot do it, because all I can see is that I'm so scared right now and nervous, and I'm trying to steer this conversation somewhere else, and I just can't, because my emotions are taking over. Anyway, so that was the conversation, and it broke down. It broke down hard, and I I ended up crying for quite a little bit today, as I often do after these types of conversations with this person. And so that's that. That's my love and connection breakdown. My 6 days in, you guys, 6 days in. No one said it was going to be easy, but we're going to tackle it on. So, yeah, it's one of those where do you choose to keep trying or do you choose not to? But I'm going to choose to keep trying situation. And I'm going to keep trying to be better, to be a better me. And I'm going to keep trying to do love and connection. I'm going to focus on that and try and stay present. I didn't do the avoidant thing, thank God. I didn't do avoiding. I didn't, storm out of the conversation. I didn't get exacerbated. I stayed in there, which I'm really proud of, because if it was any other time, I would have hung up the phone or something like that. I think clearer communication. I think that's where the next book is going to be on communicating your needs. How to clearly communicate needs. I think that's going to be my next book after this one, seeing as I'm nearly finished it. Yeah, that's about all I got for you guys. Oh, and I started a Facebook and Instagram page with my friend. We're looking to start a writing services business. We've got a bit of a logo going, so that's kind of in the process of getting done. So there was a bit of productivity, which is good. Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't a completely terrible day. I mean, I had some emotional breakdowns. And again, so the reason why I usually need to work out is so that we wouldn't have had this emotional discussion, because I'm generally a lot more stable in the mind emotionally and mentally if I work out, if I move, if I do something. Generally speaking, I'm able to be in the space of love and kindness and presence and connection a lot better, because I've had time to get all this stuff out of my head. But also I'm not the best communicator just yet, so that's what we're going to be working on next. Yeah, I think I've decided that just in this. Gosh, I don't know. I don't even know if that helped any of you guys. But I'm only 6 days in and I've already failed. Massive fail. Did I do anything different from what I usually did? Yeah, but it's still a fail. But we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying to be love, connection, giving, and abundance. So, yeah. That's about all I got for you guys. Hopefully tomorrow's going to be better. Alright. See y'all.